Good morning. We've heard quite a lot about tunnels recently. 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were told that there is light at the end of the tunnel. One Times journalist was not much encouraged by this and described that particular light as something small and barely visible, a maintenance worker's torch at the distant end of Brunel's 7 tunnel, separated from us by dank darkness and economic algae. It's interesting that he chose a particular Brunel construction for his image. Now, the Prime Minister more recently, has been able to give us more hope. His sombrero-avoiding tunnel is, again, not a specific subterranean passage, but situated in a definite geographical area. At the end of this huge alpine tunnel, we are assured of sunlight and pasture ahead of us. This was very cheering, and now that it's clear that we've become, in some ways, a nation of sentiment, we might also hope to catch a glimpse in the sunlight and the pasture of the Von Trapp family dancing together and collecting flowers after their own escape from danger. Lockdown, as well as other things, seems to stir up memories of times past. For example, previous epidemics. In 1957, we were sent home from school on account of the Asian flu. 1.1 million souls were lost to that virus. No doubt charging around on the bike was prohibited, but at least one's favourite haunts were not far away. My tunnel, dark and mysterious and alluring, between Orrell and Up Holland, could be imagined then during the flu, and again now, over 60 years later, in the midst of a new, we hope soon to be carefully unravelled, lockdown. At the entrance to the tunnel, smoke billows out as the heavy goods train Liverpool bound is swallowed up inside. But on one occasion, cycling over the moor to the other Up Holland end and peering into the entrance there, perhaps from an unfamiliar angle, I clearly saw in the dark distance something surprising and quite unexpected. Light at the beginning of the tunnel. It may not have occurred to me then, but I'd stumbled upon an image not of deliverance and escape, light at the end, the Brunel maintenance worker, the alpine pasture, the hills are alive, but of light at the beginning, all the way through, and at the end. As well as being immersed in the exciting mystery of a Lancashire Railway underground conduit, I was as deep as any 8-year-old can be in the theology and philosophy of the 4th Gospel. And I think St. John the Evangelist can help us now in our present moment. The Word was in the beginning, the Word is the beginning, the Word is God, and in him is life, and the life is the light of all people. We have experienced much darkness, and while there may be a vision, a hope of the pasture at the end of it all, the darkness remains. For the next person, for all of us, there will always be bereavement, sickness, domestic abuse, life in the troubled places of our world. There will always be the darkness, the dankness of the tunnel, the economic and other assorted algae. But at the beginning, as at the end, there is a light that shines, a light that can never be extinguished, never comprehended by that darkness. This month of May there will be important Christian festivals: Rogation, Ascension, Whitsun. But the 6th of May is the day of a rather strange, extremely rarely observed Christian celebration, and it's to do with St. John. St. John the Evangelist, ante portam Latinam, before the Latin gate. And according to a very fanciful legend, St. John was ordered by the Emperor Domitian to be thrown into a cauldron of boiling, burning oil in front of the gate leading southwards from Rome to Latium. He came out unharmed. He exited the boiling vat. It's a rather uncharacteristic tale about John, a story of escape and deliverance from something very terrible, but something we all long for now, for our world, to be freed from, unlocked from present pain and difficulty, and to be delivered to the pleasant pasture, to be given peace and hope. But the true hope is at the heart of the true gospel, the true good news of John the Evangelist. Love and light are at both the beginning and the end of the journey, and the light will never leave us wherever we go. And from the church here, love and best wishes to one and all. Something stronger perhaps than the maintenance worker's torch with the fading batteries. Something not exactly the Edelweiss-strewn alpine pasture, but best wishes, peace and hope in a difficult time, and blessings for the unlocking of a new beginning. May the Lord indeed bless you and keep you.